It probably just started. Oh, Alex Moore says Happy Easter. I don't know what Easter is. Isn't that the thing where rabbits run around and poop out eggs and then kids eat them? Like rabbits run around pooping out little chocolates and then the kids gobble them up. Yeah. So is it Easter today? I don't know this stuff. Alex Lazenby and Alex Moore. Two Alexes. JT, question. Oh, I've got a question already. How did you make social contracts and friends when you initially arrived in Panama? How did you make social contacts, not contracts. How did I make social contacts and friends when I initially arrived in Panama? All right. Well, first I just kind of like stumbled around and tried to talk to people. And then, yeah, I guess I was just like, if anyone asked me to do something, I was just like, yes. And at first, not many people asked me to do anything because I was just some new guy. There's, particularly in a tourist town, there's new people all the time. Although, also because it's a tourist town, people are kind of social. Oh, how's it going, Thomas D? Anyway, I'm answering this question right now that Jay asked right away. When I first got to Panama, how did I make social contacts and friends? Yeah, just mostly, I don't know. I didn't really have a specific plan or anything. I was just friendly. And now most of my social contacts are like people at stores. Like I know all the people at all the stores. I shouldn't say all the stores. I know the people at the stores that I go to where I need stuff in town. I know all those people. And then, some people who have places I can park a boat and stuff like that. And then also actually Facebook. There's a few active local Facebook groups around here. And I wish I knew about those when I first got here. Even before I got here, it would have been really nice to know that. So pretty much the only reason I have Facebook right now is because there are all these like local classifieds and hiking groups and, there's a bunch of local Facebook groups. So that's kind of how I socialize now. But yeah, I guess it's just trying to be friendly with people, just people that I run into. Although I don't run into a lot of people, and particularly when I first moved here. Well, I guess when I first moved here, I was running into more people because I was just kind of going around town and, trying to learn what was going on. I went to this real estate guy and I met a few people through him, and then was just trying to be nice to everyone. I always try to be nice to people, but just trying to meet more people through the few people I knew. Now I actually meet fewer people because I'm always here. I'm always busy doing stuff. Although I still do have, the local Facebook groups. And when I go to town, I've been trying to be more social lately. Just because. Anyway, maybe I'll get into that a little bit. Thomas, what's up? Hey, Jaimie. What are you working on right now? Tomaters. Is Tomaters here? Yeah, there's Tomaters. Hey. I still don't know how to add you as a moderator. Mr. Landfill, too. I don't know. I'll have to look it up one of these days. Be social and be good. You make friends in no time, guys. Yeah, and I think the hardest thing about making friends with people is making friends who are like good friends, because it's easy to make crappy friends. I mean, you can make a million crappy friends, but like, trying to meet people and weed out the crappy ones that's the trick. I don't think it's just meeting people. That's not that hard. It's pretty easy to meet people. Just finding the good ones and getting them to stick around. All right. Okay, so you want to know what I'm working on right now? I actually have a little paper here. Wait, is there anything I can't show on this paper? Yeah, so I've got a paper here with a bunch of stuff on it. And, okay, so I'm working on, oh man, there's a lot of stuff I'm working on right now. So I'm working on this boat that's been in the videos lately, obviously. That's going very well. I painted it blue yesterday, like light blue. Oh. that blue. Can you see? Oh, you can't even see very well. Hold on. I painted it that blue. Although the color is, I'm sure, not showing up that well on my foot. Oh, on my, whatever. It's just blue. I painted the boat blue. And I'm pretty excited about the boat. I checked the charge or the speed controller the other day, and it seems to be totally working still. So I think I'm just going to use that. And I have an idea for a different speed controller. We're using some. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to use the old speed controller that still works for now. And I have a charge controller coming for that boat, and then now I have 2 big batteries coming for it, like 24-volt, 100-amp-hour lithium iron phosphate batteries. I got a company to send me one, and then I just bought a matching one because I was like, I want to have 2 in that boat. Because one, I don't know. One, it would be like the minimum, but 2, I'd feel pretty comfortable running, full speed most of the time. I'm almost out of blue paint, and I definitely need another coat. So I might go get some more blue paint, or I might just reduce the amount of the boat that I'm painting blue. Because I didn't really have a plan when I started painting it. I just painted the whole thing blue. Although, hey, you guys! Oh my God, there's one kid killing another kid. Oh, I might need to go intervene. This is like serious wrestling match. This is like the most serious fight I've seen them do. Hey, what are you guys fighting over? He wants to have all of those? Karkane, you can't have all of those. No, that's not nice. That's like the first like serious fight I've seen my kids get into. And now there's probably going to be some crying, but I think they're going to work it out. All right, I'm gonna leave that for a minute. I'm also working on. Oh God, this is ridiculous. Okay, I think they straightened it out. Okay, I'm also working on this lumber mill that's up on the hill. I haven't done anything with it for a week, just because it's been raining and I'm almost done with the boat. So, I'm kind of excited to get the boat going and everything. But on the lumber mill, I have a roof partway up there. I need to finish the roof and put some solar panels on it to power the lumber mill and a few other things. And then the dome roof, the roof on this building, I'm like half done covering it in these concrete tiles, and I'm starting to feel like I need to prioritize that again. I want to finish it. I don't want it to just be half done forever. I want to finish that. And then, so I have this other battery coming, and I told the company this is another free battery I'm getting. Another like big lithium iron phosphate battery, and I told the company that I put it in the zombie chopper and make a video and all that. I might have to intervene with this kid for a minute. Hold on, yeah, I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Hey, nope. You can come inside when you calm down. No. Come back in. Calm down. Calm down, and then you can come back in. All right. I just had to put a kid outside. He was kind of throwing a fit on the floor, and I just put him outside and told him he can come back in when he calms down. This happens once in a while, and generally, within a few minutes, he just walks back in calmly and everything's fine. Anyway, so I told this other company that if they sent me a free battery, I'd put it in the zombie chopper, which is my little white boat, and make a video about it and stuff. And they're like, cool, man, that'd be great. Great advertising work. So they're sending me that battery. And now I'm wondering if I want to keep it in the zombie chopper or if I want to do something else with it. Now, if I batteryize the zombie chopper and the shark slicer, and the zombie chopper is a little fast boat, and the other boat is like a big cargo boat. If I batteryize both of those boats, then that will significantly expedite my trips to town. So whenever I need to get a bunch of cargo, I can take the big boat, and whenever I don't need a bunch of cargo, yeah.
There's a bunch of ants.
There's a spot with a bunch of ants?
Yeah.
Squish them! So I could do a fast trip with a little boat if I'm just getting groceries and
A lot of ants.
oh my god. Apparently I need to go squish some ants. Is that what you're telling me? Just squish them, step on them. Okay, I'm doing this from now. So if I have both those boats with batteries on them. Okay, I don't care right now. If I have both of those boats batteryized, then going to town trips will be significantly easier. But I don't know if I want to keep a battery on the white boat, because I'm only going to drive it like once every couple weeks. So I have some other options. I could put it on a kid car, which is almost built. I could replace the bulldozer batteries with that. And I was thinking of converting the bulldozer into some kind of utility vehicle that's not just a bulldozer. But then, the other option is I could leave it on the zombie chopper, my little fast boat, and then I'll have two boats that have tons of power, and I can drive them all over the place like crazy. But if I leave it on the zombie chopper, I'm going to have to figure out how to charge the batteries, because the solar panels on that boat, they don't have high enough voltage to really charge the lithium battery very well. Although I was kind of looking at it this morning, and it's kind of like marginal, like it could kind of charge it. It would charge it slower than it really should though. So I don't know, it might work out. The other option is if I get an MPPT charge controller for that boat, then I could connect two solar panels from that boat to the battery, and then it would charge it fine. So I might get one of those charge controllers to charge the battery on that boat. I'm not sure what's going on there though. Anyway, I don't know, I'll think about it. I think there's a pretty good chance I'll actually use the battery on that boat and leave it. Oh, clean up my house. I've got clean up my house on my list here. And I did that. It went pretty well. And the kids helped clean up this morning too. I talked about the bulldozer conversion and kid car. I have this really cool car that's like 3/4 finished that I've been making for the kids. I made it a couple years ago. I just haven't finished it. It's just sitting over there. It's really cool. Maybe I should take that new battery, put it on that thing. Oh my gosh, then it could drive all over. I think kids could drive it all day. That much power on it. Okay, then there's a guest house, which I've been working on for a while. And now I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to think about what I want to do for this guest house. And someone, I don't remember who it was now, but someone sent me a message about a guest house, about visiting here. And, basically they were saying, have you thought about building a guest house and getting people, on here to donate stuff for the guest house or donate money or whatever. And then I build a guest house and then people could come and stay in the guest house. Yeah, I have actually thought about that. And now that someone else has mentioned it, maybe I'll think about that more, since, I don't know, what do you guys think? If I was going to build a guest house here, would people donate stuff for the guest house? And then, I could just do it where people could come stay in it and, I don't know, maybe there'd be a little bit of rent just to keep the maintenance going or whatever. But for the most part, people would just come and add something to it, come and either leave some money to get a solar panel or bring a solar panel or somehow every time someone comes and stays in the guest house, they can add something to it for the next people who come, and then they add something else, and it could just be a cool spot where people could come and stay and just keep adding to it. I think that would be kind of a cool idea. Although I would always have to reserve the right to eject people, because occasionally people are horrible. Okay, I talked to you about the zombie chopper, right? So my smallest boat, the little white boat that I'm going to get a battery for, I was thinking about changing the pedal power. So I actually drew a picture of this. So this is a really crappy picture of the side of the zombie chopper, missing all the cool parts and everything. But there are two power systems, a pedal power system, which powers this propeller, and then a motor system, which goes right behind the person pedaling, that powers this. And the problem with this propeller is that it's below the boat, which means if I'm in shallows, that hits stuff. And it also means I can't pull the boat up on a beach, so it limits where it causes a few limitations. So I was thinking about removing that propeller. And then if I just have the motorized one, I can even pull it up on a beach. I just have to be a little bit careful, but it's tucked up enough that I could pull it up on a beach. And I could go through shallows and everything. And then I would either have to make some kind of different pedal power thing, or just take the pedal power out totally. And maybe my backup would just be a paddle or whatever. If I have if I have a battery in that boat, the pedals won't be as important. So I could take them out. And that would also give me a bunch of extra space for cargo and stuff where the pedals are and stuff. So I'm thinking about taking out the pedal power, having the batteries in there, and just having it motor powered and, you know, paddle. I always have to have some kind of backup power that I could get home with in the event of, you know, catastrophic disaster. Not that that ever happens or anything, but, you know, I've been stranded in a car before when my car just dumped out its whole transmission fluid right on the side of the highway. And that sucks, man. It sucks being stranded because your vehicle breaks. So I always like to have some way of being able to get home, you know. Anyway, okay, I have some more pipes outside I need to bring in. And then I've also been thinking about, okay, so how do I get into this? This is outside my comfort zone. So I've mentioned recently a few times that I'd like to find a girlfriend, right? Like I want to have some kind of relationship, not a crappy one, like a good one, which makes it a lot harder. It's a lot harder to find. And I've, you know, talked to some women here and there, and nothing real good. I mean, nothing super promising. There's a little bit of like mildly promising leads, but nothing that seems real good yet. Anyway, I've done some online dating, which is horrible. Oh my gosh, it's way worse than I remember it being when I was younger. But then I was complaining about how horrible like online dating is on some off-grid forum that I go on once in a while. And like all of these people are like, exact same problem. I'm having the same problem. Apparently a lot of people are having the same problem. And I made a video about this a few days ago. I'm still not totally sure if I'm gonna post it. But anyway, I started thinking, maybe I need to make a website or a app or something like that that's like a better relationship finding thing. Because all the things out there right now are like, they're all geared toward hookup culture, basically. Even the ones that say they're not, they all are. And I was thinking about making something that like crowdsources relationship finding. And you know, if it works, it could be a really cool thing for a lot of people who are in this situation, you know, the same situation I'm in, where it's like, you know, I've got a life I like, I'd like to share it with someone, but I'm not going to bring someone crappy into my life. And I also don't want to just date and, oh God, it's just, bleh. So, I mean, a lot of people are in that situation, and no one's really doing anything about it, you know? And I could possibly do something about it. Anyway, I was thinking about making a website thing, and I've made a video about that, and I don't know what I'll do about that yet. Maybe I'll post it, and maybe I'll just erase it. Every once in a while, I just erase videos. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. What about the lumber mill? Yeah, I put it aside. Oh, what was the damage from the earthquake? Nothing. I mean, everything was totally fine. It's funny because like I have a bunch of stainless steel pipes, you know, standing up in the house. They reach all the way up to the third floor because they're 20-foot pipes or like 6-meter pipes. And those were clanking around during the earthquake. And, you know, the ground was moving. I was like, you know, old Star. Oh, no one knows what old Star Trek is anymore. But, you know, in the old Star Trek, TV show, whenever the ship was being shot, they just got everyone to go like this, whoa, whoa, and you could tell that they were just on normal ground. They shake the camera a little bit and go like this, but it was actually making me go like that. There was quake. It was a pretty good one, but yeah, no noticeable damage to the building, which I was very happy about. Because when the whole place was shaken, man, my heart was like, go, 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 oh no, the whole building's gonna come down. I did a bad job building it, but no, it looks like I actually did a pretty good job building it, so everything is fine. Okay. Let's see, are you gonna get a content strike for the background music? Kids singing, oh geez. Design all of those things to accept the battery and just move it wherever you need it that day. Oh, yeah, that's, having a battery that you just move around all the time is really irritating. Like, because you have to, yeah, it's just really irritating. I was thinking about charging, like if I have this big battery and I want to use it in the boat, I could just keep it in the house, charge it in the house, then take it on the boat and drive it in the boat. But then I don't want to just reconnect it to the house power because it's going to be a different voltage than the batteries in the house. And it's going to spark, and you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to fully charge, like particularly with lithium batteries. You're supposed to fully charge them on their own before you connect them. So they're pretty similar voltage, so you're not like shocking them or whatever. I don't know, maybe the MPP, not the MP, what is it? The BMS, the bowel movement syndrome, takes care of that. But still, I would feel like I need to be careful. So I don't know. Those batteries are so delicate. Like you sneeze on them wrong and they just disintegrate. So I don't really want to move them around a lot. Can't wait to see the shark slicer in its full glory. Me too. I was gonna paint some more this morning, but it rained. The paint I did yesterday should be dry enough that I could, stand on it now and paint some more. But I might be able to paint this afternoon after I do this. Put the MPPT on the Amazon wish list. I actually did. I put an MPPT charge controller on my Amazon wish list. It's a Victron something or other. It's like $90. It's like, just a little bit more powerful than I need. It's a pretty small one because I don't need a big one for the boat. So it's totally on there, yeah. If you get me that, I'll totally put it on the boat. Didn't see landlord eviction arc coming. Make some sort of clutch so you can use both motor and pedal power to the one prop. I don't. That's just too complicated. Yeah, it's just. Besides, half the point of having two separate power systems is that if one breaks, the other one still works. So if they're both going to the same propeller, if I have a problem with that propeller, they're both broken, Like, so if I'm going to have pedal power and motor power, I want to have two separate propeller things. So that's how I have it in all my boats. So my other boat has, a motor, an outboard motor, electric outboard motor, and then a paddle wheel, and it's got paddles. And they're two totally independent systems. So if one breaks at any point, the other one is still totally functional. And that's a big part of it for me. Got to open up your heart, Jaimie. I try to open my heart. What are you referring to? Or to what are you referring? I try to keep my heart open. Although it is a little bit hard being like a public figure. So did you get in a fight with your sister earlier? Dude, that was pretty serious. You were going after like a little wrestling man. You guys are cool now though, right?
Maybe you should have watched that movie last
night. Oh, that's right. We watched Bloodsport last night. Is that why you were so angry? Because you watched Bloodsport? That movie was more about, personal growth, not really about violence.
Yeah,
You're supposed to like Frank Dukes, not Chong Li. Chong Li's the bully. Wait. Oh yeah, I got to open my heart. Okay, yes. I'll try to keep doing that. I remember old Star Trek, that is, yeah. Do you have a windmill charger or pump anything wind? I don't have anything wind yet. I was thinking about building a really big windmill, actually, or wind power thing. It wouldn't necessarily be a mill. Although a wind electricity generator is just milling the electrons, right? All right, get your head out of here. Go play with Lego or something. Your one sister's asleep, right? Do your kids have a wish list? Oh, no, wait, I got one thing before this. 5 quack rating, you could say on your house. 5 quack rating, you could say on your, does that mean my house? What does it mean if you have a 5 quack rating? Was there quacking going on?
No.
Do your kids have a wish list? No. You guys don't have your own wish list. I don't know, you might. Did your mom set one up for you? Would you ever get a patrol outboard motor? Would you ever get a petrol, I think it's supposed to say, not petrol. A petrol outboard motor, like a gas motor. No, I'm trying to do no gasoline. I don't want to have things where I have to buy fuel for them. If I can, go for it. If I can make the fuel myself, that's one thing, but I don't want to be dependent on, all these other systems. So I don't want to have to buy fuel. I also don't have any propane or anything like that. I do have one gasoline petrol powered thing, which is my chainsaw. So other than that, nothing gasoline. When did you make your first chainmail? What did you make it out of? What would a chainmail bed comforter, what would a chainmail bed comforter be like? That would be cold. Seems like it would be amazing to have that weight on you while sleeping. It would be cold because it's just metal. There's no insulation and it would just suck the heat out of you unless you're in a warm place, in which case it might actually be really nice. Maybe I should have one here because it's kind of warm. It would cool me. It would be like a heat sink. That would I might need to make a chainmail blanket. Anyway, my first chainmail I made chainmail with paper clips when I was a little kid. Like I started making a glove and I got it like halfway done. But my first really usable chainmail thing I made was actually that vest that I wear sometimes. Hey Bells, you want to help him get some noodles? Yeah? And without wrestling? All right, your sister's gonna help you get some food. I pre-made the kids' lunch, so I could do this and not worry about lunch. Yeah, so I made a chainmail vest to run in and just to be heavy.
This is my spoon, Bob.
And I know I didn't really make anything I used before that, just like stuff to play around with. Quake, Elo, spelled that wrong. I have a 5 quake rating on my house. It's not a quack rating. I understand. Yikes, China might be moving on Taiwan right now. Oh, I know nothing about world politics at the moment. I didn't even really know what's going on in the Ukraine. I know there's a war in Russia and all that a little bit, but I don't even know what's going on with that much. Have you thought about making alcohol for fuel? I've thought about it, but I really like electric stuff. So I don't know, I'm just gonna keep going with the electric stuff as long as it's doing well. You know what I've thought about more than alcohol for fuel is making a steam engine that runs on wood. So were you fighting your brother earlier? That was pretty scary.
You guys will punch.
I know, they were like real fight.
You guys always get along.
The problem is it was a 4-year-old versus a 10-year-old. It's a good thing. Yeah, you got to be careful because if your older sister got serious, she would just throw you across the room. She's not stronger than you. Even though she's skinny, she's wiry. Can you go grow corn on the island? Yeah, I can grow corn on the island. I've tried planting corn a few times, but I haven't gotten any good growing corn yet. I'm still working on, improving the soil. So, yeah. But yeah, I could grow corn there.
The ducks ate it.
Yeah, she had corn growing on the other island.
Like it was actually a cob, though, one cob, and the ducks ate it.
Yeah, I've only been trying to grow popcorn though. I haven't tried just the corn that people grow around here, which is probably a lot easier to grow. But I'm interested in popcorn, so maybe I should try growing some of the local corn, like the chicken feed corn. I mean, you can eat it too. Let's see. Is your vest aluminum or steel? My vest is steel. You want to see it? Let me go get it. Here, I'll be right back. So, might as well put it on. I made, when did I make this? Like 20 years ago or something.
20 years ago?
So this thing weighs like 35 to 40 pounds. It's good for running and stuff. Let me see if you see the rings a little closer. It's really tightly, not woven, but like you can't fit a toothpick through this. It's really tight.
Couldn't fit a toothpick?
You could not fit a toothpick through there, no chance. Yeah, and it was, it's galvanized steel wire that I bought at a hardware store, and it said it was fencing wire. So I guess you would take this wire, it was just like on a big spool, just a big long thing of wire. So you'd put posts and then stretch this wire along, and it's galvanized steel, so it's supposed to last really long. And it's got a little bit of rust, but it's actually lasting pretty well. I'm impressed. Now this is the one I've been working on lately. Here, you can get a better look at it. This is stainless steel. And I started making this one because I'm in a salty environment. So I don't know, it's probably like a third of the way done, something like that. And I put a few extra rings on it every now and then, but that's going pretty slowly because it's not a priority.
I've been working on it since I was 6, I think.
My daughter says I've been working on it since she was 6 and she's 12. So I've been working on it for 6 years. Obviously not constantly the whole time, but as long, I mean, I just exercise in this one. So as long as this one doesn't get too rusty, I'll keep using it. But before this one falls apart, I need to finish the other one. Well, here, come here. Now you can see how big that bird is? Looks huge on you. All right, hopefully all that moving around didn't mess up the video too much. Yes to this, oh wait, make wine or shine. I don't know, I don't really need to make wine. I do want to grow grapes though. Yes to the steam engine. Here in BC, we have, I think that's supposed to say, an abundance of driftwood. So fuel would be basically free. Yeah, driftwood, you can just be driving along and pick up some, you could drive your steamboat and have a scooper in the front that just like gobbles up the driftwood as you're driving and throws it right into the fire.
But what if you got like a bottle instead or something?
Wait, what?
What if you got a plastic bottle instead?
What if you scooped up a plastic bottle? Well, a plastic bottle would burn, but I think you need to drive your boat into the driftwood, just gobble up the driftwood. You can even like have a chipper and chip it up. It would be wet is I think the bigger problem. Not sure how much fuel you'd have access to here. I have tons of access to fuel here. There's wood all over the place. Yeah, I mean, there's jungle all over. And the thing people often don't realize about forests is just the amount of wood that just falls down, is just on the ground. Like when I lived in Vermont, I had a wood stove and I had to burn a lot of wood. I never cut a tree down. I only cut up trees that fell down. And I was maybe getting wood within the same acre. So within 1 acre, I found enough dead wood to keep my house heated for the winter in a cold climate. Let's see, 8-bit video today. Sorry, man, I don't know how to do anything about that. Will you make a hydrofoil boat? I don't know. The thing with a hydrofoil boat is it's like one of those things that is amazing in perfect conditions. But in like anything other than optimal conditions, it's just in the way and it's horrible. So if it's too wavy, you can't use it. If you have too much cargo in the boat, you can't use it. If you get any barnacles or any crap on the bottom of the boat at all that slows you down, you can't use it. It's got to be really perfect conditions for it to be good, which is kind of why I haven't gotten into hydrofoils. So I don't know, maybe that'll change at some point. Although I do want to build an airplane more than hydrofoils. Hope chat and Jaimie is doing good. I'm doing pretty good. It gets heavier when it gets rusty. It gets heavier when it gets rusty. Wait, steel gets heavier when it gets rusty? I can imagine it gets a little bit heavier because it's. Is that because it gets the oxygen and the oxygen weighs more than just the iron on its own? But I would think it would start flaking off and you'd start losing weight. Anyway. Are you going to start a community on your island? I definitely not. I am definitely not starting a community on my island. However, I have already started a community in the area. My island's not big enough to have a community on my island. Yeah, but you know,
We have a community of fairies.
I'm currently housing 2 other parties. This one guy who's a friend, and then this family, and you know, in the hopes, the idea is that, well, at least the one guy, he's probably going to buy his own land. Although I don't know exactly what's going on there. But yeah, I kind of want to. I don't want to be like a community. I don't want to like own some community. I want to have a community of cool neighbors and stuff. What, are you done with this? You want more? Hey, Bells, can you grab more? Okay, you guys are pigs. Yeah, whenever I say I want to start a community, it's not like a commune where I want to have a community that like I've started. No, it's more like I just want other cool neighbors around, and they take care of themselves. And, you know, no one's the boss, and no one's required to collaborate on anything. Any collaboration is totally voluntary, like any other neighborhood. I just want to have cool neighbors, you know. Are there a bunch of exotic bananas that you've gotten to eat? I wouldn't say, I mean, a little bit exotic. Right now I have a bunch of like, you know, pretty normal bananas, but then there's the primitivas, which sound like little ballerinas. They're primitive. They're smaller and sweeter, actually. And then there are these like purple and pink bananas.
And blue?
Are there blue ones? I don't know. There's a bunch of other kinds of bananas that I've not had much experience with. I mean, I've had a purple one before, but I don't have any growing or anything. I have 2 different kinds of plantains growing right now. White plantains and yellow plantains. At least that's what we call them. Is that what they're officially called? I don't know. The yellow plantains are like the ones you get in the store. Like if you go to, even in North America, if you go to the grocery store and you get plantains, they're just like giant bananas. And then white plantains are shorter and they're white inside, not yellow, like white. And they're more like potatoes than the other plantains.
Giant marble.
Let's see. Thanks for the chats and the awesome creativity. Oh, well, you're very welcome. I saw a man-powered hydrofoil once. You saw it in person? I've seen them in videos. I've never seen them in person. Question. Have you heard about distilling plastic to break the carbon bond? USA. I don't know why you're saying USA. You heard about distilling plastic to break the carbon bond? I don't know. Like, I've heard about distilling plastic to like use it as fuel or something. But I don't know. I haven't really investigated that at all. Okay, yep, it gets the oxygen. So when steel rusts, it picks up oxygen and that makes it heavier, except when it starts flaking off and then you end up losing some. If you distill plastic, you make usable diesel. I don't have enough plastic to you know, make a usable amount of anything. Do you feed your kids organ meat and animal fat? I think bone marrow and brain is good to eat for brain growth. I don't know about brains. We don't need any brains, But you guys eat like, well, animal fat. We always cook popcorn in it. Popcorn. I only like popcorn and animal fat. That's not totally true. I'll eat it.
You'd eat any popcorn.
Yeah, I'll eat popcorn in, just cooked in normal
You'll just say the whole time that it
the
would be much
vegetable
better.
oil, but it's not anywhere near as good. Oh yeah, cooked in chicken fat. Oh my gosh, popcorn cooked in chicken fat is amazing. Let's see. How do you like to cook your plantains? Well, how do I like them, or how do I usually do it because it's better for me? Usually, I just boil them and mash them and
I make plantain jam.
make mashed plantains. Oh yeah, I also make plantain jam.
It's delicious.
So you guys always ask for fried plantains, but I usually don't make them because then it's just a bunch of oil and it's not very good for you. So usually if I'm just making plantains, I'll boil them and mash them. And I'll make them taste good with some salt and spices or something. Some oregano, I have a bunch of that growing. Oh, my oregano is growing amazingly well. I wish everything grew as well as that. But then there's also plantain jam, which is very similar to just mashed plantains. So you boil the plantains, mash them, just like you're making mashed potatoes, but then mix in a bunch of cinnamon, and the plantain jam comes out really good, actually, surprisingly good. Yeah, it's like if you just gave me mashed plantains and said, here, put this on your toast. Not that we ever have toast, we just have bread. Anyway, put this on your bread. I'd be like, I don't know, that doesn't sound very good. But you mix in a bunch of cinnamon, and it's actually totally good.
With the plantains.
It does help if the plantains are sweet, yeah. And I put some chocolate in last time. Oh, you guys missed that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just raw chocolate, like this. A guy, looks like a piece of poo. A guy who lives near here has a farm. I mean, like everyone around here has a farm, but he sells me bananas and stuff, and he brought chocolate the other day. So I bought a bunch of clumps of chocolate, like raw cacao, like 100% raw cacao. So I put that in the jam. Let's see, what do you do for fresh water? Oh, see this right here? This is rainwater, and it goes into here, and this has a filter inside it, and then it goes down into this 100% pure condensed sky beer. And now this child is going to fill up her water. Oh, thanks for the demonstration. Very nice, very nice. Oh, snuggles and kisses. That's the best. So yeah, we drink sky beer, brewed at 20,000 feet or whatever. Let's see. What do you with the plastic trash? What do I do with the plastic trash? Well, mostly I try to limit it. I try not to have much, but I mean, there isn't really a good option. I have no good option with plastic garbage. I mean, I try to, anything I can reuse, like I never buy plastic bags, for example. I just, keep packages. Like I'll put my tablet, if I take a tablet on a boat sometime, I'll put it inside a peanut bag because the peanut bags are pretty tough. And then, and the zipper's always your fault, yeah. And then when I get oats, I get them in this instead of the bag because this I can reuse and fill it with bolts or stuff. Like I have all kinds of tools and I don't know, nuts and bolts in them in my workshop, and I just keep getting more and more of those, and I keep putting more bits of things. Luckily, I have like a lot of bolts, a lot of stainless bolts that currently have no. Oh my God, you left the water on? So when my daughter just got water, then she left it running, which is not okay. That's totally not good. You're fired from leaving the water running. Yeah, every once in a while you do that. You got to turn it off, man. What has been some of your favorite art and artists? I don't know. That's a tough one right now. I haven't thought about that kind of stuff in a while. What's some of What's some of my favorite kind of art and artists?
I don't know. You're all not.
Well, Leonardo da Vinci was a pretty cool dude. I liked how he had all those drawings of interesting inventions, even if he didn't end up building a lot of them. It was, just cool concepts and stuff. He actually made some amazing anatomy drawings. Those were really cool. Hey, why are you washing things inside? This is the drinking water. So you're asking about the drinking water. The filter is kind of slow. So this will filter enough drinking water for us, but not enough drinking and washing water. So, you can wash something once in a while in it, but if everyone starts washing their bowls and cups in here, then it's a problem. So there's another place to get it. Yeah, what's my favorite art? Oh, there's noodles on the floor. Go get them. What's my favorite art or artists? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know right now. I'm gonna think of like movies and video games right now.
This probably what about video games.
Have you come up? Hey, you guys, why are you guys all huddled around here now? Have you come up with any ideas on how to improve the texture and fertility of your soil? Yes. Okay, so I'm breaking up the soil. My soil is like dense clay. Like you can make pottery with it, like really good clay. Yes, we've made pottery with it and fired it, and it worked.
Did you cook your cup yet?
Can I finish what I'm saying? I'm gonna start strangling these kids any minute now. Keep your heart open, Jaimie. Is that what you're talking about? Oh man. Anyway, so I'll go in and break up a bunch of the clay, and then mix in charcoal, like charcoal bits, and I cook on a wood fire. And so I always have this, I always dump it in the same spot. So I have a little pile of charcoal that keeps growing. And I'll mix charcoal in with it. And I'll also mix in compost. And I have a pile up on the top of the mountain here. The mountain, this is a little hill behind my house. So there's a pile of grass up there. And it was a pile of grass that was like as tall as me. And I put it there, I don't know, a couple months ago, and since then it's shrunken down to like it's only like up to my knee now, and it's decomposing and everything. So I'll get a bunch of that and mix it in. And my neighbor, who's been doing a lot of soil stuff, says mix like 50% compost stuff in with the clay, and it works. And I'm also adding charcoal.
For what?
Because you guys told me charcoal was good, and then I did some charcoal research, and it's good to put charcoal in your soil because the charcoal will hold on to nutrients, so it doesn't just get washed away all the time. So
Is this ready?
no, it's not ready. Oh, so I grow these. This is not a very good example. Someone picked this. Oh, I think this fell off the tree early. It's a rose apple. They're supposed to get like a little bigger, like the size of a golf ball, and yellow. And they smell, like a ping pong ball, a little bigger than that. But they smell exactly like Fruit Loops, and they taste kind of like sweet roses. So they're pretty good. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so the soil thing, it's like a slow moving process. I keep working on it now and then, but mostly, I'm working on a boat and a lumber mill and all this sort of stuff. But every once in a while, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to spend an hour working on soil or a day or whatever. Hurricane, can you seriously stop doing that?
Yes, the Lozen's pocket.
What kind of filter did you make it yourself? What kind of water filter is this? I have another one somewhere.
And then also,
Okay, I don't know. Oh no, I know where it is.
Why?
just plain water?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, this is the water filter I've got.
Okay, so let's see for the room.
And let's see, it looks like it comes with two, so I could have put two in, it's like that. And there's a plastic nut that goes on here. So in this thing here, I drilled a hole in the bottom, so this goes through, and then, put a nut on the bottom. Oh, and there's a rubber gasket that goes right here to make it watertight, but that's it. And these ones are supposed to be pretty good. I've been told they're kind of expensive, And I got these from someone who was moving and was getting rid of them or something. I don't remember exactly. Somehow I ended up with them, and I was told they were really good, and it seems to be good, so I'm using it. Although we do also occasionally just drink the water from the thing unfiltered, and no one's had a problem. And before I made the filtered thing, we were just drinking the water straight, the rainwater. And you drink the water from when you have a shower, you just start drinking it sometimes, right? But yeah, he hasn't vomited or anything from it, so I think we can just drink the water. Let's see. What is the price for raw cacao there? Okay. This clump here cost $1.50 from the guy. And I didn't really negotiate very hard or anything with them. He just said they were $1.50, and I was like, all right, I'll take 4. Now, I've had a minor problem. Oh, my hands are big. I have big hands, so this probably looks smaller. Look how huge it is. So the first day I got those, I got 4 of them, and one of them, every time I walked past the kitchen, I nibbled on it, and I ended up eating like half of one of those the first day, and they have caffeine in them, so I was kind of wired for a while, and then the next 2 days, I was just drowsy, so I try not to eat too much of that at once. And it probably affected me more because I don't like drink coffee or anything, and I never have any of that stuff. Hey, would you guys have a conversation not right here? Yeah? That's my dad technique. Most of the things I say to my kids are just okay. Oh, well, thanks, Granite. I love you too. I finally got my hands on some PVC pipe, and I'm giving the do-it-yourself bearings another shot soon. Thanks for the idea. Another shot? Did they not work the first time? The PVC bearings are pretty easy to make, as long as you just get the right sizes. You should be able to, as long as you can, get your hands on them at the store and put a few together, you should be able to test at the store that they fit right. Have you ever thought of making a sailboat or like a surfboard with a big sail on it? A surfboard with a big sail on it? You mean like a windsurfer? Oh, I love windsurfing. Yes, I've thought about, well, the first boat I made when I came here was a sailboat. There's a picture of it somewhere in the world. I think there's a picture of it on my Instagram, which I don't ever talk about, but apparently people found my Instagram like 2 days ago or something, because I've had it for a long time and I never really put much on it. But then, I don't know, like a month ago, I put a few pictures on it, and then I don't really pay attention to it that much. But every once in a while, well, now I've started putting thumbnails on it, like from videos. So every other day or something, I'll put something on it. But anyway, like 2 days ago, I guess someone posted a link to my Instagram somewhere, and I went from like 2 followers to like 100. So I guess that's a thing now. I have Instagram. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a picture of my first sailboat that I made when I got here on there. Now, as far as a windsurfer goes, I've definitely thought about that. I like windsurfing. One of the difficulties here is that the wind is really inconsistent. And I've spoken with people who sail around here, and they're like, yeah, this is a terrible area for sailing. So it's not super encouraging to make sailing things. Ooh, let's see. Have you only one water filter inside or more? There's only one water filter in that. And that's why it will keep up with what we drink, but not much more. Like, when all my kids are here, hold on a second. Hey! Can you guys shut it? No, seriously, shut up. Shut up. All right.
Who's gonna be the wing bearer?
Yeah, so it'll keep up with all of us drink. Oh my God, give me like a second. Hey, guys, seriously, can you stop yelling? Go to your room over there, or go outside or something, or talk in a normal voice. Okay?
And what about you have shoes? You have these shoes, right?
Aurora! Thank you. Oh my God. No, you're talking so loud. Like people on the next island can hear you. Like I do this once a week. The rest of the time you guys can be as loud as you want. Although all morning you guys weren't even yelling or anything. It's like as soon as I started this, you're like, oh, let's start screaming and stuff. Okay. All right. I got my kids to shut up. Oh man. Anyway. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so the water filter, the one water filter will keep up with 5 of us if we're just drinking it. Plus a little more. I can, wash something once in a while. If I put 2 filters in there, it'd keep up with, more stuff, but whatever. Barna Industries says, I have a small sailboat, the one in my profile pic. Oh, I can barely see. Oh yeah, I can see it. Little red and white sailboat, cool. And I'm thinking about building a pedal drive for traveling through canals in France. I figured since the water is not flowing with a substantial speed, I might be okay. What is your experience with the pedal-driven propeller? How much weight can you move that way? Well, you can move as much as you want. It's just, like the bigger a boat it is, the harder it is to move. But if you're just floating in water, you can move slowly. The only thing is if you're fighting against wind, that can be difficult, but that sailboat does not look that big, and it's going to be pretty aerodynamic. I think you should totally do it. Pedal power in the sailboat, yeah, man. Especially if you're just driving around in some canals, yeah. Save your gas. You don't need to start your motor for that. What happened to the sailboat you bought? Yeah, it sank. I basically took all the valuable parts off it. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, a few years ago I bought this sailboat, this old beat up sailboat for $1,200, and the mast is now holding up my 3rd floor here, which I haven't actually built the 3rd floor, but there's some of the scaffolding or some of the joists. And then I took the steel cables off it, and those are around my house right now. And I took a whole bunch of stainless steel and aluminum stuff off the boat. Definitely worth more than what I paid for it. And I was kind of hoping that nice hair, man. I was kind of hoping that I could also use the sailboat's hull, but it's in pretty rough shape. And it's only partially sunk at the moment. I could resurrect it still, but the outside of the hull is all cracked, like what do you call it? The surface stuff. What do you call the surface part? The surface layer. I forgot what it's called. But it's all cracked up and stuff. It's not in that good shape. So I wasn't too worried about it sinking. And now it's partially sunk, and it's kind of like a thing you can get on and go fishing, because right around it is pretty good fishing because the fish hide under it and stuff. And it's still above the water enough that you can be on it, stand on it. Do you need diodes if solar panels are on the roof where they get equal sun, no shade? No, you can get away without diodes. It's safer to use diodes. Now, I've actually had solar panels on 2 opposite sides of a boat for years without blocking diodes, and they were fine. But then I had a lower quality solar panel die, and that was so annoying. So it's just a safety thing. Like if you have good quality solar panels, you probably don't need them. Although maybe the good quality ones actually have blocking diodes built in. I don't know. If you want to be safe, put some diodes in your solar panels. I started watching when you were working on the solar snailer. Your use of primitive and modern technology is intriguing. Is that like calling someone interesting? Interesting. I love it. Sometimes you have to yell and straighten it out. Yeah, with kids. I mean, most of the time, it can just be totally reasonable and stuff. But yeah, every once in a while, you got to be like, hey! You just got to overpower their loud energy. Oh, Mr. Granite said, you're grateful I'm able to upload more often. Yeah, I mean, I could upload basically as much as I want. Thumbs up, everyone, says Mr. Landfill. Hey, Aurora, you're not going to come out here and start yelling again, are you?
I'm just looking for the.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. You have inspired me to build a 43-foot dual 80 horsepower aluminum tri-tune workboat. Whoa, that's cool. Are you going to show pictures? Oh, the gel coat. That's what I was talking about earlier. D-man. Yes, thank you. The gel coat was all cracked up on that boat. Anyway, dude, I want to see this. You're building an aluminum tri-tune workboat with two 80 horsepower motors, 43 feet. Dude, I want to see that. You got to show us pictures or video or something. Natalis Sola says, I'm bald too. Kind of sucks, but that's life. What? I don't care at all. Why? Like, whatever. Yeah, dude, if you don't have hair on the top of your head, that probably just means you have more testosterone than someone who does have a bunch of hair. And, when you have more testosterone, there are certain advantages in your pants. Let's see. The water tank behind you is shaking. Are you experiencing earthquake? Just kidding. No, it's probably just me touching. Every time I touch the stupid screen, the thing moves. Oh, and every time this blubs, it shakes a little. Oh my gosh, am I caught up on, I think I'm at the end of comments right now. I am at the end of comments. Well, maybe it's time to go do stuff. Let's see. Is there anything I wanted to talk about today? I don't think there's anything I wanted to talk about. Is there anything I should talk about? I think I'm just gonna have a drink of, what's this stuff called? Sky beer. I'm gonna have a drink of sky beer. All right, Mr. Landfill says get to work. Yeah, I think I might see if I can work on the boat, do some painting on it. I should start coming up with something to talk about during these lives again, because I know for a while I always had some kind of monologue to do at the beginning, but I haven't really been doing anything like that lately, because all I'm thinking about is just the doing. I'm just going all the time. Anyway, okay, you guys have an excellent afternoon, morning, night, whatever you got, and I'm gonna go beat the crap out of some kids. Kids are going down. I'm gonna kick their butts. Put some movie on, Jaimie, please. Put some movie on, Jaimie, please. What? You mean you want me to turn on a movie? Or I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for all the updates. Take care and have fun. Are you serious about Steamboat? I am serious about Steamboat, but not serious like at the moment. It's not near the top of the priority list. I've got some other stuff I have to do before I get to that. But yeah, I do want to build a steam engine boat at some point. I've kind of been collecting parts that I think I can machine into a steam engine. So yeah, but I haven't, it's just kind of a low level. I mean, anytime I see something where I'm like, oh, I think that might be a good part, I'll kind of put it aside and save it. And I don't even have a specific spot. It's just like stuff I haven't been using that I kind of keep in the stuff area. Anyway, well, that would be cheap to drive still. Yeah, a steam engine would be cheap. Just keep throwing wood in it. All right, I'm gonna get out of here, and everyone else have an excellent day, and I will talk soon. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes.